Alright, a whole lot of people are getting messed up on no contact orders in domestic violence cases. So let's talk about them. I'm your lawyer, Patrick McGee, and I am your best friend at your worst time. In a domestic violence case, domestic battery, felony domestic violence cases, the judge has to enter a no contact order in first appearance. That order requires you to stay away, have no contact with the alleged victim in the case. No personal contact, no third party contact. You can't text them, you can't mail them, anything. It also includes a restriction from returning to the residence where the arrest usually occurs. That can cause a problem. You can go back one time with law enforcement, but that's it. They're only going to give you a few minutes to get whatever you need to get and get out again. Anytime other than that you need to go back has to be by court order. So it poses a problem when you have no place to live. You have to rent a hotel room, stuff like that, or even if the other person doesn't want the no contact order, you have to get it modified, and it takes a while to get it modified, and a lot of it depends on what the state agrees to, it doesn't agree to, or objects to. If the state agrees to a modification, it's usually pretty easy, you can get it done within a couple of days. If the state objects to a modification, regardless of what the victim says, they can't object, then you have to set it for hearing. And that can take a week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month to get a hearing on that modification. In that time, you're out of a place to stay, and you're staying in a motel room or you're staying with family and friends. I'll tell you about a case that I had a while back, a real life case. Involved a guy who fell in love with an Eastern European girl and moved her in to a very, very nice condo. And, it was only a couple months they knew each other. She gets pissed off at him. She goes and she calls the police, says he beats her up, and they end up arresting him. So he gets a no contact order. He can't contact her, and he can't go back to the residence. He goes back his one time to get his toothbrush and all the stuff he needs, and that's it. So until we can get that order modified, he can't go back to that residence that he owns and that he fully pays for, all the utilities and everything, and she has use of his car. So we get it modified a week and a half later, he goes back, everything's gone from his condo. His underwear, his socks, his shoes, just literally everything is gone from the condo. So it ended up that the police did investigate. They did arrest her, I think it was Maryland or something, and they got back a few of his things, but she had sold most of his things. So no contact orders can be a big, big problem in domestic violence cases.